what's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. Adam here. This is Infinite Reviews, and today I'm looking at something extra special because I, for better or for worse, collect NECA toys based on the cartoon Ninja Turtles. I also collect the Mirage stuff as well, which I love them. God, I just love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've got some of the others too, Best Action, as you can see, and I've got some vintage as well. But anyway, that's not what I'm here for. Today I am here because of this guy. Haulathon is going on right now at Target, and even though I don't have a Target anywhere near me, which is why I had to pay scalper price for this, I got it on eBay for double what it should have cost me, but that's what happens when you live in a Target desert. Thank you, Walmart. But I'm still excited to add it to my collection, even though in the past I've had some issues with NECA joints. I've heard this one's built on a better body, or maybe a new system of articulation. So I'm really excited to get it open and check it out, because what collection of turtles, especially cartoon, is complete without the Shredder? None. I do take issue with it being an exclusive to Target for that reason. I think that's kind of crappy to make such a core character be an exclusive. You know what, guys? If you want to make this kind of crap an exclusive, make it a crazy repaint. Like, make this the glow-in-the-dark Shredder. I wouldn't even care. Who cares? You can have that as a Target exclusive. The core? Come on. That doesn't seem right. But I digress, because I have it. Here it is. It's in my hands, and I can't wait to open it. Let's do it. So, as I'm apt to do when I get excited, I got ahead of myself. But before I tear into this bad boy, let's take a look at the box first, because it is a really cool box, reminiscent of a VHS. Very cool art here on the cover. Start shredding the news. The Turtle Brewers Club. I love this. Has the turtle crossed out like no ma'am from Married with Children. He's got all the villains with him. The Rogues Gallery back there. Rat King and Baxter. I love the NECA logo being in that FHE, because I remember all the old VHS tapes would start with it being like FHE before it started every episode. On the side, very similar art there. You got the NECA thing, Start Shredding the News, volume 20 of the cartoon collection, which is crazy. Got some awesome stuff on the back here. Got a good little story there. If you want to read it, you can pause it. It's pretty funny. Shows him with some of his accessories. Some great cartoon looking artwork there. The top is just the Turtles logo with ages 14 and up, choking hazard, small parts. Do not put this in your mouth. And then on the bottom, there's all your legal stuff. Also, it is one of these that has the window that you can open up and see the figure inside before you open it up. So most people, I wanted to buy this in person because everyone recommends you open them up and you check them out before you purchase it to make sure all the paint's good, which I did not have that option because I had to order it on eBay. And let me tell you this, it was very crappily packed, I will add. They had no packing in the box whatsoever. So yeah. Anyway, cool piece of art there. Awesome look at the figure and all of its accessories. And now it's time to open it. Wow. I don't know if you guys are like me. I just have to take it in for a second. I know there's been a previous release by NECA of a Cartoon Shredder. I don't have it. It's like $100 for that 2-pack. So I had to get this one. And honestly, it is not disappointing. I am going to take the cape off until we get to the comparison part of the review. The cape is nicely done. I do wish it had wire in it so it could be posable. It is neat that they put these stitches in here so that you could, so that it would hang with a little bit of life to it instead of just limply hanging over his shoulder. You guys remember that? The original one, you know, whoo, what a disaster. But yeah, so for the purpose of the review though, I'm gonna set that aside. Coming back to Shredder himself. Just, take him in and all of his shredderiness. I need one of those rotating platforms. But yeah, wow. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always dreamed of for my shelf. Even back in the day though, playing with the old toy. Like it didn't even come close to being this awesome. The only issue I've really had right out the package with mine is on this claw, On his left hand, there's a little bit of paint missing. I don't know if you can see that there. I'll try to get it in focus. I love the way the blades are done on his arms and on his hands, on his shoulders, on his legs. It's all perfect, and it's all so cartoon accurate. I love I don't think it's not cell shading, but it has the line tracing that looks so well, really makes it all pop out. Damn, it's just so well done. So I'm going to look at articulation while I have the cape away. So the head does pop off, as you can see there. It does have other heads. We'll get a look at those in just a second when we look at accessories. The head is on a dumbbell. The dumbbell goes down on the neck and has some back and forth. So there's head up, head down. And then you get a little bit of side to side and around and around. Coming down, arms out that far. They do hit these shoulder pads. They do go forward that far and then back that far because these do get in the way. Now they are soft, but they do stop 360-degree motion. The bicep does have a swivel. It goes 360 degrees there. Coming down, the elbow gets all kinds of cool bend. I mean, look at that. There's no forearm swivel, but the actual armor itself swivels on the forearm. So you can move it however you need to move it out of the way. And then the wrists are on pins with hinges. It's not a lot, but it's enough. And I'm not too worried about articulation when it comes to a cartoon-based figure because too much articulation would break up the simple lines. And that's really what I want out of these simple lines. It is cool. It does have a mid-torso joint there for a little bit of crunch back, crunch down, and then you get some side-to-side action. I like the way it's painted up in there. So when you lean him back, you get a little look at his abs there and forward. He's got that nice line. Nothing breaks out. He does not swivel at the waist, but that midsection does swivel all you would need it to. So coming down, he does have a soft kind of hangy part there that does get out of the way when you're moving the legs. They go forward that far, back, and then out. There's no thigh cut or anything, but they do have a ball up in there, which seems a lot nicer for NECA. Like this thing, I didn't have to heat it up. I didn't have to do anything to it to get it to move. The knees do come way back, which that is a nice amount of articulation. I don't know how many of these NECA figures you guys have, but that is really good for those. This leg, if I have anything to complain about, is just a little bit loose. Like I noticed it doesn't hit the detents like this one does. So like you can hear it. This one, just kind of wimpy. That's the only thing, but it does not inhibit standing in any way. So hopefully you guys won't have the same issue. The boot does swivel 360 degrees. The boot cut there, awesome. I love the armor. Coming down, we do have a forward-facing pin for rock side to side there, which is pretty good. And then you've got the hinge for some up and down. So overall, really nicely done. I love the way the articulation looks. I love the way it feels. Let's take a look at accessories. Okay, we've already seen the cape. The cape's really nice. So first things first is we get the Medi Laser. This thing is from a specific episode where Shredder steals this Medi Laser to heal the brain and the Technodrome. And no, not Krang. The actual Technodrome itself has a brain that needs fixed. So this is the latest in healing. So they steal this thing. Now I've heard a lot of people point out that they feel like this piece, this tiny piece here, is missing or has fallen out erroneously, or like maybe NECA didn't glue it in. That is not the case here, you guys. This is the control unit, and at a point in the episode, Splinter throws his cane and hits the end of it and knocks this out while Shredder's fleeing. And when Shredder gets back to the Technodrome, Krang sends him back, and it creates this whole mess. You know, that the turtles end up with the laser, Shredder has this piece, and vice versa, and it just leads to those classic hijinks. This thing looks amazing. I love the paint job. You can see I put it in his hand once, and it scratched off some of the paint there, which, you know, hey, that's gonna happen. It is still really nicely done. Nice paint dots. I like all the reds and the blues and the wires, and it actually looks straight up right out of the cartoon. Next is a chef's hat. A chef's hat, very plain chef's hat. I'm sure there's an episode where the Shredder is baking, and I'm sure this looks just like it. It's an awesome little inclusion. NECA does go for the goofy stuff. We get Shredder Bucks, which is basically like a pile of cash here that has the Shredder's face on the front there, if you can see that. I can zoom in there and get it to be sharp. And then we get Bebop and Rocksteady on the back. Very cool. So we get a picture of Shredder's mother. This is another, she makes an appearance in one of the episodes, and it's awesome, talking about how her son is, you know, a bad guy, and she raised him well to be a bad guy and all that fun stuff. Really cool that they included a picture of Shredder's mother. We get a floppy diskette, which I'm sure kids today wouldn't even know what the hell this is. They've never seen them. It is really well painted. The paint apps are really nice. So is the sculpt work. You got the little arrows and everything. Really nicely done. There's a book, which I, for the life of me, cannot tell you what this is from. I know it's from an episode, but I don't know which one. Cool design on it. I like the paint. The pages are cool. You can see that it even looks like there's individual pages in there, which I like the way that's done. An amulet, which I don't remember. I don't recall this amulet. I'm sure I should. Onto the variant heads. You get the unmasked head, and then you get the head wearing the mask with, or the helmet without the mask part. Also, it has the eye of Zekrom on it. Zekrom? No, Zekrom's from, I swear, isn't that from Star Trek? I don't know. I can't remember. I know it's the eye of something. Shredder does weld that onto his helmet at some point, and this is some kind of stones that they can change the way matter behaves, something like that. You can see how these they do swap out, like, so you can take the piece off the other Shredder helmet, and it has this little tab on it, and you just slide those right in there, and they stay, and they look pretty cool. And last but not least, hands. Plenty of hands. He gets 2 grippies for doing all that grippiness that he does. So I have heard other YouTubers, I only watched a couple reviews of this figure because I was just so pumped about it. Some other YouTubers have pointed out that he should have come with a sword, and I'm not trying to like start shit, but I disagree, because Shredder in the cartoon, I don't think he ever used a sword, right? I think that's only the action figure, and this one's purely based on the cartoon. He also gets a couple open hands, and then he gets one hand that can hold the diskette. So kind of a closer gripped hand there. Really nice. Everything's really well painted. Very cool. But you know what I want to do? I want to look at this Shredder with my other Shredders. So first and foremost, this guy. Look at this guy. I can't believe this is the toy that we got. I'm sure based on some kind of conceptual work. I love the eyebrows on the mask. That's one of my favorite things ever. This thing, you know, I've learned, because I was always pissed about how this thing would never stand upright, and I learned it so they didn't have to change the size of the bubble on the cards. If they would have had him standing up, he would have been too tall, and then bam, they would have had to change stuff. I mean, wow. This is what we all wanted. This is what we got. Now, there was an update to that, which a friend of mine, Brad Penny, was so cool to give me. He gave me this version. It is basically that same squatty little version of it, but wearing a shirt. And this one was included with the video game Shredder's Revenge. That's super cool too. Ha! Next, Neca Shredder. Oh my God, yeah, that's badass too. I love the scale here. That's the scale, which we're gonna get into scale in just a minute. Oh, hey, you know what? While we're here, I did forget to measure him. He is, right at 6 3/4 inches tall. I do love Mirage Shredder. He is badass. He is one of my favorite figures on my Mirage shelf. I wish I had the other colored version where he's wearing like the red, but that's okay. So next is my Best Action Shredder, Best Action Animated Shredder, which this was the closest thing I had, not in scale obviously, but to a really good looking cartoon Shredder. He does have that issue I was talking about with the stiff cape that just kind of lifelessly hangs there. This one did come with a sword though, which I know a lot of people were really wanting to see Shredder with a sword. I still like this figure, but it doesn't play well with my cartoon turtles because he's too short. And then there's this, I don't want to say abomination. I mean, it's bad though. Wow. This was from the TMNT Playmates Ultimates 2-pack. This one came with one of the turtles. I don't remember which one. And damn is the scale off. And there's another one of those. Look at the cape. I mean, I guess it's not awful, but this thing, even just draped over his shoulders, has more life than that does. There's another Shredder with a sword. Yeesh. This one's so skinny and weird looking. I don't know. Maybe it's just because the shoulder pads are too big. I'm not certain. There's the scale I wanted to see. Look at that. Shredder is exactly what I would consider to be the right height on my cartoon shelf. Oh my God, this looks so freaking good. Woo! Yes. Wow, this looks great. I am in love with this. Oh, my display is gonna get so, it's gonna level up. It's gonna evolve. Let's see him with the baddies. Oh man, okay. So there we are, Bebop and Rocksteady. I like the scale. The scale's a little off. They're a little shorter than him in the cartoon. Maybe, well, Rocksteady's more right than Bebop is. Although, man, how can you complain with the way they look? Of course, this is my broken Bebop. Yeah, kills me still. That's why I've got them on stands. They don't really like to stand too well on their own. And then there he is with Krang, which this is pretty close to right. I can totally get with this. I like this on my shelf because this is fantastic. Krang could be a little shorter, but I dig it. I like it. Just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And wow, I love this Shredder. Ultimately, that's all that matters. How well does it play with your shelf? And man, this is it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Smash like, hit subscribe. Tune in for more Infinite Reviews. Adam out.